Hello, I'm Rex Childhouse, and I live in Southern California. I live in Ramona, San Diego County, Southern California. We have a interesting topography, geography. If we go, and I'm going to show you in a map, if we go west about 15-20 miles, we're in the Pacific Ocean. If we go east 15 to 20 miles, we're at 4,000 to 6,000 feet into the mountains. We have mountains to our north, mountains to our east, desert to our farther east, desert to our farther south. We live at 1,700 feet above sea level. This is desert. We get 9 to 11 inches of rain on an average year. Sometimes we get more, sometimes we get less. And because of our interesting topography, geography, location, we have animals come from all over the place. Rattlesnakes, not uncommon, scorpions, tarantulas. We have nesting bald eagles about 5 miles due west of us. Golden eagles, not uncommon, all sorts of hawks and falcons, vultures, you name it. We have it, and I love it. We have coyotes come through the property all the time, skunks way too often, and unfortunately they're roadkills, and then they're odorlings for a couple of days. We have all sorts of wildlife come through. Tuesday, January 4th, 2002, I'm coming home from walking the dog down the street. We usually walk about a city block there and back. And the dog starts barking, Kiji starts barking, and I'll show you what we had on video. It's kind of fun, and we'll talk about some other stuff. Let's get into the videos. So to give you a look at the area we live in, and this is off bling.com, bing.com, off the internet, and then I added the labels and the highlighting. This is Southern California. And Ramona's in the red box, and if you go west 15, 20 miles, whatever, I didn't get the scale to this, you're in the Pacific Ocean. We're not that far. If you go east to the Laguna Mountains, 15 miles or so, as the crow flies, you're at 4,000 to 6,000 foot peaks, not uncommon, some higher. If you go north, you're into the Santa Ana Mountains, and 6,000 foot peaks, not uncommon. If you go northeast, you're into the Santa Rosa Mountains, 6,000 peaks, not uncommon, fairly tall. And if you look way off to the east, that's the Imperial Valley Desert. That is true desert. That's sand. That's pure sand. We should be sand too. You see the slight discoloration, but the photo was taken from a satellite, and there's a whole lot of planted grass around us and whatever else. So that's the area we're in, and because of our location, we get a lot of animals that are coastal, we get a lot of animals that are desert, we get a lot of animals that are mountainous. We get everything, and it's really enjoyable. It's great. I have a lot of fun with it, and we're going to move on from here. This video is an egret, and White Egrit, Great Egret, whatever you want to call it. And this is what Kiji picked up as we were coming back from our walk, which is about a city block long each way. And she was barking at it. You'll hear her in the video when I stop talking. And we watched this guy for 15 to 20 minutes walk across the property, and I'm not going to give you the first portion, because the first portion he's actually up on a ridge line, and I had my camera vertical, my handheld camera, my smartphone vertical, and I had to turn it horizontal to get landscape. I usually shoot landscape, and most of this is landscape. And this guy is right next to a major road. Our property is edged by a well-traveled road. You're going to see that, and the camera, the smartphone camera, is in autofocus, and you'll see a blur every once in a while, and that's because cars come by, the camera picks it up, tries to focus on the car's already gone, it comes back to the egret. And this guy could care less about the traffic, and you're going to see him go across the road, and then you're going to see him take off. This is a big bird. I have never on our property, and we've been here for 34 years now. I think this is our 33rd, 34th year. Thanksgiving weekend 1987 was when we moved in. I have never seen an egret on our property before. Seen him flying overhead, black-tipped swans flying overhead, Canadian geese flying overhead, a lot of transitory birds flying overhead. I have never seen an egret, and this guy was on our property for quite a while, and you're going to see the video. And I'm going to leave it, and sorry about the shake, but I had the magnification telephoto effect 10 times so that we could see them. You're going to see once where I bring it back, and because of the magnification, the telephoto effect, it's a bit jittery. But this is a beautiful bird just walking through our property. He's concentrating on something. I'm creating this video on Thursday, January 6th, 2022 to keep the dates correct. And I had taken Kiji for a walk. I looked out the window and sitting on our fence, which is not uncommon for us. It's just one of those things. Welcome to the area. Here's this hawk sitting by our bird feeders and just waiting for something to happen. And I came back and checked on him 10 to 15 minutes later. He was still there, so I took the camera, took a photo of him. The next thing is one of my neighbors has chickens, and they've had chickens for 5 years or so. And they haven't had a problem. This year here, because of numerous effects, whatever, we are below average rainfall. We've been that way for a couple years. Natural feed is getting scarce. They have had a few, they've had 2 chickens this year for the first time ever, attacked, killed, and eaten by area hawks. And this is the photo of one of the debris fields, if you could call it that, of one of the attacks. So living in Ramona, Southern California, San Diego County, in our particular position, 1700 feet above sea level, between the mountains and the oceans, in the desert, with everything else, in a migratory flyway, we see a lot of wildlife, and it's fun, and it's beautiful, and I love to watch it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Bye.